everybody, the Brickologist here with another throwback LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we're going back to the year 2003 to take a closer look at set number 4478, Geonosian Starfighter. This set used to retail for about $20 here in the United States. Adjusted for inflation, that's closer to $35 in 2024 money. It contained 170 pieces, and I unfortunately no longer have the box, but here's a quick look at what that box art looked like. Included with this set is one rather large instruction manual, not in terms of length, there's only 23 pages, but just in terms of the size of the paper. You can see my hand next to it. This is a big booklet. LEGO would never do anything like this for a $20 set in 2024. The back here has the only advertisement for the OG LEGO Star Wars website. What a fun nostalgia trip. 170 pieces later, here is the completed set. Of course, you get the titular Geonosian fighter, but you also get the Geonosian cannon as well on the side, plus 4 completely exclusive minifigures. Let's look at those figs here first. The first minifigure included with this set here is a Geonosian warrior who had a brand new head mold and a brand new vinyl wing piece, which from the back looks spectacular. I love that part. He also featured a torso and leg print that went together seamlessly, and that was very uncommon in 2003. Pretty much LEGO figures only got printing on their torso, so getting a leg print was kind of a deluxe thing, and it paid off here. What a great looking first ever iteration of a Geonosian in LEGO Star Wars form. You get one more Geonosian as well, who does not have the wing piece, but it makes a lot of sense when you'll see how tightly he fits inside the Starfighter itself. Finally, you get 2 Geonosian battle droids, and normally when I talk about a battle droid in one of my LEGO Star Wars reviews, I spend very little time on them because they're so common, one of the most frequently found LEGO minifigures ever created. That being said, these battle droids are completely exclusive to just this set. Why? It's because of the color, which is a color that no longer even exists in LEGO's palette. It is kind of a sandy pink, and it looks really strange, but it makes these figures pretty accurate to Attack of the Clones and incredibly unique and incredibly fun for collecting. They also get a 2x1 plate on the back as well. I love the look of these figures, and frankly, I wish LEGO made more battle droids with this color choice. The first build included with this set here is the Geonosian cannon. I have to say, for a side build, this has to be one of the best LEGO has ever done. This is pretty elite, and in fact, less than a decade after this set's initial release in 2012, the Geonosian cannon will become its own standalone set for the same price as this set, which is kind of a fun little fact. While I think the transparent orange here probably should have been a more green color, the rest of the design of the cannon here is pretty cool, highlighted by this fantastic looking printed dish piece in the middle. That looks very nice. Moving down towards the stand area of the cannon, the shaping here is rather unusual for a set of this age. Honestly, LEGO did a pretty great job. And it does have the ability to turn around here 360 degrees, which is a nice function. However, depending on the pose, things like this may happen. Gravity does its job and it pulls it down to the ground. You can work your way around that, adding some extra plates on the bottom or putting a minifigure on the back for kind of a counterbalance weight. And there you have it. The Geonosian warrior figure included here actually serves a structural purpose for this build. That's actually kind of crazy. Overall, this is a secondary build that actually stands on its own and really enhances the scene. LEGO, take notes. This is how good side builds should be. But the main attraction of this set is the Geonosian fighter itself, and for 2003, this is a very impressive design of a rather odd looking vehicle in the Star Wars universe. The first thing that caught my eye was this long brown piece, which was a fairly new part at the time and has an exquisite print on both the top and the bottom of this vehicle. LEGO would never do anything like that today. That is a truly fantastic part. There is a nicely articulated ball joint in the middle here for the cannon that actually works out extremely well. The back of the vehicle here showcases some great snot techniques to build this thing on the top and the bottom, and there's kind of an eclectic mix of colors here, including brown, burnt orange, tan, and gray. I think maybe one color could have been eliminated here and would have felt a little bit more cohesive. The back engine is also on the same ball joint, which means it has the same articulation as the cannon, which is kind of cool, but it also tends to break off like so. There's not much to see on the bottom, but these little panel pieces here are printed, and actually they serve somewhat of a purpose. If you fold them out like so, and then land the fighter like this, it kind of looks like a small little ramp, which is a fun detail. Finally, there is the cockpit of this vehicle, which admittedly is a bit on the finicky side, and I don't think LEGO really prioritized this design when building this ship. The windscreen is just a clear dish piece that can pop off like so. Not much to talk about there. You also have the same printed flap pieces that can go down like this, and that reveals the interior, which is kind of just a gaping hole. Now on the box, it showcases our Geonosian lad going in here like you'd expect, but you start to see it really doesn't work, and even if you get him inside there, his head sticks up too much, and then you can't put the dish piece back on top. So what I've discovered to do is take your Geonosian, put him in kind of the roller coaster pose, and slide him as far as humanly possible down in there, fold these panels over, and then there's just enough clearance to put the clear dish piece back on top, and he is inside. Doesn't look great, doesn't make too much sense, but you know what? It gets the job done. You know, this set is old enough to drink, which is absolutely wild to me, but it also holds up incredibly well 21 years after release, especially for $20. When they remade these sets less than 10 years after this one in 2011 for the Starfighter and in 2012 for the Cannon, the combined total of those two sets was $50, and I have no doubt if LEGO were to make them again, it'd probably be something like $80 or $90. Getting all of this in a $20 set, even adjusted for inflation at $35, is such a wonderful value. There are some little quirks here and there that showcase how old this set is, but for the most part, I think it's aged fairly gracefully. Plus, it's hard to deny just how unique the figures of this set are. So, do all of these factors come together for me recommending you buy this set on eBay or Bricklink or another third-party seller? Not entirely, because sealed, this thing is worth about $180, and used it's closer to $85-90. Those are pretty crazy prices to pay for this set. Definitely go the used route, but make sure the brown isn't falling apart and the figures are in decent condition. But overall, this was a great set in 2003, and it's still a really good set in 2024, and that's why it's gonna get a very solid rating of an 8 out of 10. Those are my thoughts though. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. God bless. Bye-bye.